Yes.
for me, it was always my dream to talk to
Hmm.
foreigners. So I used to look at them from afar and I'd be like, I want to talk to them, but how do I talk to them? It
But
was
yeah,
not.
I got really a good chance to handshake with Arjit Singh. I got the
Oh,
autograph, and even there was
wow.
training. So the song was going on, which is A Dil Hai Muskil, in the middle
Yeah.
row. And I was just like, and Arjit Singh touched my hand for 4 seconds.
Oh,
And I don't know what, I was completely blank. My full body was like blank at that moment.
do
I
you
didn't
have that
believe
on
what is happening.
do you have that on camera? Did someone record that
Yes,
interaction?
yes, yes. I have that recorded. Even I have three,
Fascinating.
four.
And coming back
True.
to the concert people that you saw, I'm pretty sure if you see them again, I guess you know more English than them now. So, the
Oh,
first thing that I want to ask you is about your English journey. First of all, did you study in English medium school or was it vernacular medium?
okay. So absolutely. I went through all the studies from molecular medium mode, so it was
Mm.
challenging for me to
Yeah.
grab this language, and I have came across so many challenges. But
Yeah.
finally, I can express my thoughts and emotions easily now.
Yeah.
Still, the improvement is needed because learning is a process which never gonna stop, right?
That's true.
That's what I believe.
Wow, okay. So I'm assuming until 12th you didn't even get exposed to English language then, or maybe you were able to speak basics and
Not
then.
really. No,
Okay,
even I
wow.
couldn't speak in a single word. Even my still I can remember my English teacher in my intermediate time. He has insulted me in front of my classmate that Asim, you will never be speak English anymore. There was some cases happen actually, and I
Oh,
was like, maybe I'm from such bucolic side. That's why, because nobody used to speak in English here. So of course it's
hmm,
very normal that how can
hmm.
I speak, right? Because proper environment is really needed to speak English. But still,
Right.
if anybody has such ambitions, determinations, they can do anything else, right? Now
Hmm.
we are 2026, so anything can be possible.
Yeah, that is true. But still it's very impressive because you talk like you were studied in an English medium school. Like that's if
Oh
if
goodness,
a
that's
learner
really a
watches,
biggest
that's
compliment.
yeah, that's the impression that they will get. So that's okay. That's really interesting that you didn't even speak basic English. Was it because of your bachelor's that you had to learn English, or was it because of maybe you went through an insulting phase that a lot of people go through when I talk to
True, true,
them?
true, true.
Okay, you did?
Exactly. Yes, see what happened with me. Actually, I went through a Arjit Singh concert in 2023 in the month of
Oh,
April, and that
yeah.
was my first biggest concert ever.
Oh.
And what happened? I was standing in the diamond side of the line, and suddenly a group of people they just came to me and they
Hmm.
asked me suddenly that, brother, you know what time Arjit Singh come on the stage? I was completely freaked out because I am a Bengali communicator and literally I'm talking about I
Hmm.
hadn't any single idea how to communicate in English. See how what's my situation. I completely felt perked up at that moment.
Hmm.
And somehow I just managed the situation with broken English, but the realization which I have received from them that was completely strong and robust. And then after I was like, no, I am a very, extrovert. I would not say extrovert. I am a kind of ambivert. I have ambivert personality. So I
Hmm.
was like, okay, just because of this language, I will stop my journey. Of course not. I have to continue my journey and I have to learn this language anyhow, any cost. And then after I
Hmm.
just started my journey, I took a course initially that was a basic and beginner spoken English course. And here's the twist before joining that course, even I just searched on YouTube how to introduce myself in English.
Yeah.
See, what was my situation? I started my journey from scratch, exactly from scratch. And after 3 months, I just added all of my commitment and determinations. And after 3 months, some people they approached me that now you have the abilities. Could you teach English? I really want to learn from you. I was really maybe they were kidding with me, but not really. They are not kidding. They're completely
Yeah.
serious. And I shocked at that moment. Yeah, the 3 months improvement was really impressive for me.
Hmm.
And after 3 months, I started teaching. I was really beginner tutor, beginner trainer, or mentor, I would say. Whatever I did in my journey in between 3 months, just I just replicate with my students. And after 3 months, I started. Since then, I have been teaching. So it's been more than of 3 years that I've been teaching, and it's been more than of 3 years I've been learning spoken English or communication. So yeah, that was my journey, I would say. It's
Wow.
quite
Okay.
interesting.
So, did you take an online course or did you go to
Yes,
an
it
off?
was online course.
Okay. And so, you said that people started approaching you. Uh, were they the
Yes.
people that were studying with you in that course, or were they just people
From
on
that
the?
community, yeah, yeah, from that community,
Okay.
some of people, yeah.
Wait, so they didn't learn English in that course?
That's the craziest part, I would say. Still,
Yeah.
if I talk about just last 2 to 3 days ago, I just compliments my batch. My morning, sorry, night batch has completely full.
Yeah.
So in my night batch, there are 3 members from that exact community. They have completed
Wow.
1 to 2 years, and after that, again, they want to upgrade their English. That's why just they have joined with my course. So
But no,
maybe
isn't that surprising? They want to upgrade their English, so they joined, but they studied with you. So you must have done something extra, right? Which upgraded your English, but didn't upgrade their English. So was there something else that
that's
you
true.
did apart from the course that you took?
That's really an interesting question, I would say, because see, like in my group batches, there were around 42 members have joined,
Hmm.
and I'm the only one that have completed fully. Everybody they gave up.
Ah,
So
okay.
I would say it is all about the game of consistency. Maybe they were not consistent, and even after having consistent or being consistent person, sometimes there's so many things to work on, right? So a part of that
Hmm.
class, online class, I did so many things.
Yeah.
Actually, earlier I hadn't any so much work. Actually, after 12, after intermediate, of course, I will get such free times, right?
Hmm.
So I got such free times after I utilized that time in a proper manner.
Hmm.
Actually, the 3 months, whatever my trainer, my mentor has told me and taught us, I just have followed all these things. But after 3 months, the journey was quite complicated for me because
Yeah.
I was thinking that I'm stuck in a certain level. So
Hmm.
now, what should be I have to do that I can upgrade my English? So after 3 months, I started working on myself by actually whatever I did by
Hmm.
myself, right? And even after 7 months, I just started exploring all those things on YouTube, on social media. I utilize it by myself. And I would say whatever I am right now, it's self-made actually. I'm a self-made trainer,
Yeah.
self-made learner. Just that 3 months course I have completed, and my root was quite strong. I
Hmm.
just make my root more stronger from that course, and that's what happened. I would say, if I talk about extra, yeah, I did quite extra things, and that is important. It's
Yeah.
not a secret. It's not just like I'm saying something magical. It's really important. If anyone's sounding like more true professionals, or I cannot expect from a single course that after joining this course, I will become a fluent speaker, I will become a local speaker. If I really need a quick result or quick responses, then of
Hmm.
course I need to work such extra. That
Yeah.
I believe.
That makes sense, but what was the extra thing that you did? Was it like what your trainer told you? You just did that 10 times more? Or like what was the
Hmm.
extra thing?
I'm just thinking that how you are that much conscious means you know everything. See why I'm just saying this because yeah, teen times. If I talk about, I earlier I was focusing more of listening, reading, and speaking
Hmm.
part. So for listening, I was into such kind of basic story listenings on YouTube.
Hmm.
And
Right.
my mentor told us for 10 times, but I have listened 20, 30 times.
Right.
That's because my intention was that I have to understand. Because this is the first thing, right? First phase. After that, we have to upgrade to selling practices. If you're not be able to understand that what they're trying to say, there is no any
Hmm.
sense to upgrade. So whatever the words that I received, which was quite unknown for me, I just write down in my copy in a separate notebook, and
Yeah.
I'm just try to understand the meaning of that word, and I make 5 to 7 sentence structure. And
Hmm.
that is the best process I've ever followed. Why I'm saying this because that process helped me how to use that word when I'm speaking with anyone. I think
Right.
often people ask me, I just try to learn the word, but I'm not able to. I know the word, even I try to understand that word, but I'm not able to use that word while I'm speaking. So
Hmm.
basically, why it's happening because you are learning the word passively, not actively.
Right.
So learning the words actively must have to go for the comprehensible process, which is just make write the word which is quite unknown for you, and the word that you're getting for the first time, and
Hmm.
try to understand the meaning of that word and make 5 to 7 sentence structure. And
Hmm.
that's how you will get to know where you have to use that word, right? The phrases actually, instead of learning the words, just try to learn the words by phrases.
Right. Yeah. Wait, that's so good. That's such a good technique, right? Because we can come across words
Mm-hmm.
and we quickly Google the meaning and we maybe even write down the meaning of the word and we're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this word means this. But then where would you use it? You don't maybe you know how to use it, but then you
Mm-hmm.
don't know exactly in which portion of the sentence will that word go. So that can be confusing, and then all the hard work you put in, it's gone to waste, right? Because you cannot use it in real life, because we are learning English
Mm-hmm.
just to interact in real life. But then if you can't do that, then what was the meaning of all this? So I really love this technique, writing that sentence, writing that word in 5 to 7 different phrases or sentences.
Mm-hmm.
So not only does that improve your sentence structure, but also gives you a clear idea of where to use the word, how to use the word, and you never forget the meaning. Because if you're writing something 5 to 7 times, I'm pretty sure you will not
True.
forget the meaning of the word. So I'm curious, do you still maintain that notebook where you used to write those words?
Yes, I maintained this notebook, and see, I was not into reading that much. I was earlier into such elementary storybooks, right?
Right.
And that was really easier for me. And now I just started reading. I started reading such fictional, non-fictional, and hypothetical books, I would say. So yeah, I
Yeah.
maintain whenever I just get receive such new words, I try to write down, and that is the best. And I try to be realistic with all kind of goals. Even
Yeah.
I have seen most of the people, they just try to pick 5 to 6 words in a day, which is
Yeah.
quite unrealistic, right? So I just take only one word in a day. I try to use that
Hmm.
word. I try to analyze that word in a proper manner, and that's how I can use that word like every daily conversations, because I have to revise that
Right.
word, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
revising about that word, I will forget about that word. So
Hmm.
important. This is really important. And I also replicate the same thing with my students.
Yeah.
That if you really want to remember the word for a long time, and if you really want to activate your hippocampus, if I'm not wrong, yeah, hippocampus. This is the one of the neuron. So just try to revise the things and make five to
Yeah.
seven sentence structures. That is important.
Okay,
So
so
what do you
you,
think?
right, you
Hmm.
said revision is important. How do you revise? Because, for example, if you said you're learning one word every day, so
Hmm.
that means until the sixth day, like until Saturday, you have six new words.
Hmm.
And if you revise
Hmm.
those six words on Sunday, but it keeps getting piled up, right? Six words
True, true,
every
true.
week. So how do you revise them? No, I'm genuinely curious about it. How do you revise?
Actually, the word that I'm learning today, I just try
Yeah.
to analyze the word tomorrow. And
Hmm.
after 4 days, and after 1 week, then after 1 month.
Okay,
That's what I,
right. Yeah, that I've read about this technique of revising. Like you give a
yeah, that
certain
is
gap
really important.
and then you
Hmm.
give another bigger gap and then you give another bigger gap.
Bigger gap.
Yeah, right, right. Makes sense. That's interesting to
That's
know.
how, yeah, I do. And
Yeah.
even I have learned this particular process from my academics, is how to remember
Hmm.
all those question answers. And it has to come to remember the things, right?
Yeah.
But remembering, I think this is not a good technique. Just try to understand the concept, which is called
Hmm.
comprehensive and process, right? That will help
Yeah.
you to remember all those things for a long time.
Hmm. Makes
And
sense.
apart from that, I also did so many things. Even now, if I talk about, if anyone asks me that what kind of practices are you following, right? I'm just into setting practices a lot. I
Hmm.
don't know. I have a dream not just for showing off. Just I don't know. This is my interest. I'm more into British accent, so I really want to grab that British accent. See, they don't
Hmm.
pronounce British. They don't emphasize the letter of that T. They use that British, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So basically, I really want to learn the British accent, but I'm completely zero at that.
Yeah,
So
you
that
know
I
what?
will try to
Wow.
focus.
You're just like me. I was also very fascinated with British accent, but unfortunately, not unfortunately, sorry. Not to offend anyone. I accidentally went towards the American accent. So I started shadowing American accent instead of British accent. The reason being because there's a TV show called Friends or a TV
Hmm.
show called The Office US. So these are all
Yes,
US based
yes.
shows. We don't talk that much about British shows. They are not that much popular in India.
Hmm.
So because I got exposed to them, so I started practicing American accent instead of British accent. But just like you, I am also very fascinated with how they pronounce British instead of British. And I'm like, wow. And they don't say water, they're like water. Could you hand me a
What?
glass of water?
What?
And I'm like, wow, how do you do this? It's pretty crazy. And I made a
Crazy.
friend from the UK. So we
Hmm.
send each other voice notes. And so she sends me voice notes, and I'm like, I'm just again and again listening to her voice notes because I'm like, wow, how does she talk like that? So, yeah, that's fascinating. And coming back
True.
to the concert people that you saw, I'm pretty sure if you see them again, I guess you know more English than them now.
Oh,
Right?
I was thinking that I would like to give the thanks to them. So they
Yeah.
made me realize that this
No,
language
but
is really
like,
important. I have to learn.
did they make fun of you for not being able to speak, or did you just yourself did not feel good that you were not able to answer them
They
in
were
English?
seniors, so no, they didn't make fun. They didn't mock me actually,
Okay.
but they were very cooperative, I would say.
Hmm.
They will be like, it's fine, no worries about it.
Yeah.
I was like, I just maintain the situation, but they were like, no worries, bro.
Yeah.
They were very cool, I would say. They're from Delhi, if I'm not wrong. They mentioned that they're from Delhi. They came to Siliguri because of that Arjit Singh concert. Because after so long, Arjit Singh
Hmm.
performed. So they
Right.
didn't want to miss see from Delhi to Siliguri. They just traveled because of that concert. So it was
Wow.
quite surprising
Okay.
for me. And the row and the line, actually, that was my first concert. And I was never expected that everybody, even most people, they
Hmm.
speak English only, English and
Yeah.
Hindi. So that was
Not
surprising
even
for me.
Hindi. People these days, they just talk in English. You go to
True.
any place, especially the concerts. Personally haven't been to a concert yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I will in future, but not yet. And so what I see on Instagram is that all these people are just talking in English with each other. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, for people, for example, somebody appreciates Arijit Singh a lot and they want to go to the concert, but imagine the people around you are just talking in English. How embarrassing can that be for you? Even if it's not actually embarrassing for you, it can be, because you might feel like you can't interact with them, or maybe they might think something about you that, look at this person,
True,
it's
true, true.
he's our age but cannot talk in English. How embarrassing is that? So that kind of a thing. That's interesting. But so
I
apart
completely
so
feel it.
yeah, so did that ruin your concert? Were you thinking about this the
No,
whole
not really.
time?
No, 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 no.
Okay, right.
I really have enjoyed that concert. Even the people were they very friendly. Actually, that was my solo concert.
Yeah,
So I really have enjoyed because the surrounding of mine they were really very friendly, and even the chairs. So we just standing on the
yeah.
chair and we just
Oh,
like in a single chair there was two people because there was so
yeah.
crowd, right? Even after having the
Yeah.
diamond ticket, I don't know why there's so much crowd. But yeah, I got really a good chance to handshake with Arjit Singh. I got the
Oh,
autograph, and even there was
wow.
training. So the song was going on, which is A Dil Hai Muskil, in the middle
Yeah.
row, and I was just like, and Arjit Singh touched my hand for 4 seconds,
Oh,
and I don't know what I was completely blank. My full body was like blank at that moment.
do
I
you
didn't
have that
believe
on?
what is happening.
Do you have that on camera? Did someone record that
Yes,
interaction?
yes, yes. I have that recorded. Even I have three, four, you know, means concert video. It's been around
Yeah.
3 to 4 years. Even see, when I just went Arjit Singh concert, you won't believe to me. I was using the phone. I think yeah, this phone.
Hmm.
The battery of this phone is very poor. I would say. Even can you imagine? I was going for solo concert and just
Yeah.
requested to someone,
Yeah.
please record this and send me in this number. That's
Yeah.
what happened with me. So it was really very embarrassing. Just two, three embarrassing situations happened with me because of this phone, because of my English and all. Now I would say again I will just perform or I will attend Arjit Singh concert and I will request Arjit Singh. So Arjit
Yeah.
Singh, I really want to sing with you. Please give one chance like this.
Oh,
I want to just go with that posture. The
yeah.
people they follow that train like that posture, and I will say that I really want to sing with you.
Okay, I haven't watched an Arijit Singh concert. So I'm not sure. Does he invite people on stage if he sees the poster?
It depends actually. It
Okay.
depends in your luck. If you have that
Okay.
luck, sometimes you feel embarrassed or ignore, they ignore. It's
Hmm.
depend actually. If you just close to Arijit Singh and Arijit Singh can see that poster, then of
Yeah.
course he will just approach you. Just yeah, take the mic and sing what you want to sing. And he's
Wow.
very
Okay.
kind actually. He's down to earth, very down to earth. Even everybody they
Hmm.
were speaking English, but he was speaking Bengali because he was in
Hmm.
Bengal. And that's a
Okay.
good thing, I would say.
Yeah. So, but did you have to travel to another city? I'm not sure where you live. I guess we never talked
No, no,
about
no.
where you live
Yeah.
exactly.
Actually, I'm from Darjeeling district. So, yeah, from my city,
No,
actually.
you
That
have
was my
told me.
city.
You told you yeah, I know that, but I forgot about this. Wow.
Darjeeling district. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
people visit your city to maybe relax and for sightseeing? It's very popular, right?
Yes, yes. Even I would say the weather is not that much comfortable. Means if as compared to my city, weather is quite comfortable. I'm not talking about Siliguri. Okay, Siliguri weather
Hmm.
is very hot, very scorching as compared to another cities, Darjeeling or other places are made of our West Bengal.
Yeah.
But a lot of tourists, every day, a lot of tourists, they often visit in my city, even Darjeeling. So I would say not just only all pan Indian people,
Yeah.
other countries people also visit here.
Right.
And I really received such opportunity or got such opportunity where I talk to such foreigners who are
Hmm.
traveling here. And that's really a good opportunity because I've seen so many foreigners they visit here and they trek. Actually, they do trek like Sandakapu trek. If I'm
Hmm.
not wrong, have you heard about Sandakapu trek?
No.
Are you into trekking? I think you are not into trekking.
I'm not. See, how can I be into trekking when I live in Rajasthan?
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, the idea of it sounds really good. I mean, some people, even in Rajasthan, do travel, they go for trekking as a group, but I haven't
Hmm.
personally been to that group, so I'm not sure about how it works, what the system is, and what days they choose. But I think there used to be, in my college, there used to be a group that used to travel
Hmm.
every Sunday for maybe
Oh, you
marathons or
were
for
from
trekking.
actually you were earlier in IIT Kharagpur, right?
Yeah, no, that's different. I'm talking about the
Okay.
bachelor's.
Okay, the bachelor.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not sure if anybody went anywhere. In Kharagpur, campus is so big. That's your whole world. You get everything inside. So I'm not sure if they even used to travel outside. Um,
Oh,
yeah. Wait, what was I talking about? I was coming to some point, but
yeah, you're
yeah,
talking about
okay.
that
Yes,
about my
yes.
city. Yeah,
Yeah, about the
yeah,
foreigners. So,
yeah, yeah.
did you start talking to them after learning English, or because for me, see,
Yes.
for me, it was always my dream to talk to
Hmm.
foreigners because I am from Jodhpur and it is known for forts, palaces, and
True.
museums. So, if you're into so you who gets attracted to them? Foreigners. They are very much into
True, true,
ancient
true.
stuff and how ancient India was and everything.
Hmm.
So I used to look at them from afar and I'd be like, I want to talk to them, but how do I talk to them? It was not the language problem, but for me, it was what will I say when I talk to them?
Hmm.
So that,
It's all
what
about
about you?
holding a conversation.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
see, like before learning this language, I really hadn't that much confidence that I
Yeah.
can approach to them
Obviously.
by myself. That was very
Yeah.
normal. And after that, after learning this language, after gaining such plenty amount, not I would say plenty amount, a little bit amount of somewhat of confident, I just
Yeah.
approach them. I just try to convince them. Just I wanna just share something to you guys about this place, and they show some interest, and we're talking about such culture, such traditions about our, even I'm a
Hmm.
Bengali, I'm living in Pahar, so of course it's something
Yeah.
different, it's quite unique. And I just like express all those things in front of them. Even they eager to know a lot of things. Even I was completely shocked, a couple from United Kingdom. I don't know what
Hmm.
happened exactly. They approached me about the culture, that
Yeah.
why it's called Mall Road. I was like, why are you asking about this Mall Road? Because they
Hmm.
rule India once, and I think you know about the history, right? So
Yeah.
everywhere, like in Manali, in Madhya Pradesh, sorry, Himachal Pradesh, there is also such mall roads.
I've
In
been
Kashmir, there
there.
is also mall road,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Darjeeling mall roads. So there are some mall roads because of this is not made by Indian any leaders. This is made by the United Kingdom as Britishers.
Hmm.
So basically, they asked me about that. Why it's mall road? Why it's called mall road? I was like, I was completely shocked. Why they asking? They must have to
Right.
know about it because the
Yeah.
Britishers they have made. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's so interesting because if they ask me like why is it called the mall road, and I'd be like, sir, you are the reason.
True.
Yeah, no, I
So
wouldn't
that's
say
what
that to their
happened.
face, but yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just mentioned all the tradition. When you explore or sorry, express the culture of yours, and they show very excitement in front of you. They really
Hmm.
eager to know more things about your culture, about your
Right.
tradition. And one best thing that I have found out from there is that is they're so expressive,
Hmm.
friendly, polite. And when it comes to Indian tourists, they visit here.
Yeah.
They're polite, of course. I'm not telling that they're not polite, but they're not expressive that much. They're so
Hmm.
introvert and they don't want to express. They will be like, like this.
Hmm.
But they show such expressional things. Oh, wow, that's really amazing. So, could you
Yeah.
share this one? Like this.
Hmm. That's true. That
Also.
is, I was talking about this in my previous video as well. Because you have also see, I am not the only one. So if somebody starts
Hmm.
attacking me, please, it's every we I you have also noticed, I have also noticed, they are very curious about things. They're like, okay, what is this made of, what year did it start, and what was the whole process, and they want to know everything from culture, food, language, everything they want to know. But for Indians, I think we sometimes take things for granted. We're like, okay,
Gotcha.
nice view, let's take a picture. And then it's mostly for their Facebook or Instagram, for YouTube short or something. So they just never really get to know how this all started. Like, foreigners take interest in this. And I'm really glad that you noticed this happening as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's noticeable. And one more thing I want to expose in your channel.
Yeah.
That is, while I'm having a conversation with episode and on different kind of ethnic group of peoples.
Hmm.
So what exactly happened? Each and every foreigner, they convince me that I'm looking like Indonesian. What do you think?
Okay. No.
I really don't take it as a discrimination or racisms. Although when
Hmm.
it comes to that, I'm convincing them you are looking like Chinese. So of course, this is really they will become quite serious. I don't know why, but when it
Hmm.
comes to they using or they are convincing me, sometimes they will be like, I surprised. Literally for each and every conversation, they will be like, "You are Indonesian, or your
Hmm.
mom is from Indonesia, or your father is from Indonesia. Maybe you are mixed like this." I'm just no, Namaste. I'm Indian, like this.
Right. Yeah. I
And
think,
even South
yeah.
American, they just told me I'm looking like South American. I was like, South American? How? How is this possible?
Hmm.
Sometimes they will be like, you are looking like Indonesian. Sometimes they will be like, you are mix of what it called South Asians,
Hmm.
right? Like this.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I have a different structure of my face because of that geographical region, but I'm a Bengali. In my family, nobody's looking like me.
No, see, I've been to Bengal. You look very much Bengali. If I had to guess a state, I think I would say yes, he looks like he's from Bengal. I think the reason is people don't know about India. People know nothing
True,
about
true.
India. So they think that
Mm-hmm.
we just look one specific way. But, sir, if you visit our country, every state, the color of the skin changes, hair texture
True.
changes, the facial structure changes, everything changes. India is such a big country, and I'm surprised that people don't know about this outside India. So, for example, the northeastern Indians, they
Mm,
look completely different from, maybe, say, like
different.
southern part of the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
So people just have this specific image, I guess, of the South Indians, because South Indians are
I
the
think
ones,
yes, true. They
right?
most often visited such South Indian places, and even
Hmm.
as you mentioned that in Rajasthan, right? So they were like Indian people. They have such beard. You don't have any beard,
Yeah,
so
right, right. Yeah.
so they are looking even they're 23, 21 years old, but they're looking like 25, 26. But you don't have any beard, and you're looking like quite younger. Some people even they just guess that I'm 20, 17. Sometimes they will be like 22, not more than of that, even though.
Yeah.
So that's what happened,
Hmm.
I would say. It's really crazy.
Hmm.
Because of, as you mentioned, most other people, they don't have any idea about Indian culture, because we
Yeah.
Indian have a lot of facial structure, because like as you
Right.
mentioned, northeast, southern part of like
Hmm.
Bengali spaces are very different.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow,
guys.
I wish I could just make a documentary about this and just show it to foreigners that say that you don't look Indian. I mean, even
It is.
Indians don't look like Indians, okay? Like we just, I mean, every part we vary so much in how we look compared to each other. So yeah, that's really fascinating. And yeah, coming to your question, no, you do not look like an Indonesian person. I never
But
thought of this.
how can I just like convince them, those who are
You
from
don't have to
Indonesia? They
convince
will
them. You
like,
know why? I on episode and yes, somebody told me that you look like you're from France. I'm like, sir, what are you saying?
oh, is it? I
France?
think they are just.
France? Please. Like, I mean, I don't even look like that. I mean, so I don't know how this thing even came in your head. Maybe if I had some similarity, you could have said that. So, okay, we are running out of time. So, just as a quick wrap
Mhm.
up question, I would like to ask you
So.
because you're working on vocabulary, are there any two vocabulary words? Any two? It doesn't have to be recent that you use frequently. Maybe they're your favorite words. Uh, and you think they are really fancy. I love using them. Any two vocabulary words.
Okay, so I would say the one is hustler. Okay,
Okay, can you spell it?
hustler. Yeah, HUSTLE, hustler.
Okay. And
Hardworking
what does it
person,
mean? Right.
hardworking. And another one which is tenacious.
Can you spell it?
Tenacious meaning, yeah, tenacious spelling. TU, I don't know the spelling. Maybe I'm wrong, but TUNACIOUS, if I'm not wrong. It means that those always try, even after having a lot of problem. They always try,
Hmm.
keep trying it. They're not giving up in their journey. It's kind of hanging there in their life. So
Hmm.
that means uh,
Okay.
tenacious. I always use this. I have that personality. I'm a tenacious personality. I have a
Right.
tenacious personality. I don't love to give up. Let's
Hmm.
continue. One
Yeah.
of course I will get the renewal. That's two words I use often, and my favorite word I can say.
Okay. We have less than 1 minute remaining, so I'll have to close the session. But it was amazing connecting with you, and I feel really light after talking to you for some reason. I guess you just have that personality.
Same
So
here, likewise.
yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much.
Have an awesome day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care. Have a
Bye
great day.
bye.